Your shingles are not failing because they are cheap. I want to establish that clearly and specifically at the start of this video because the roofing industry has invested considerable effort in routing the conversation about premature shingle failure toward material quality, installer workmanship, and climate severity, all of which direct the homeowner toward a replacement purchase and away from the one variable that the building science literature consistently identifies as the primary driver of shingle failure in residential roofing, the temperature of the attic below the shingles. Your shingles are failing because your attic reaches 150 to 170 degrees Fahrenheit on a summer afternoon, and that heat is doing to the asphalt binder in your shingles from below what decades of UV exposure does to it from above, but on a compressed timeline that converts a 20-year architectural shingle into a 10-year shingle without the manufacturer, the installer, or the roofer who eventually quotes you a replacement ever mentioning that the temperature was the problem. The temperature is correctable. The correction costs $5 in materials and takes an afternoon of attic work. The replacement that the uncorrected temperature produces costs $12,000. I am Dr. Cole Ward, 38 years as a licensed structural engineer. Building envelope thermal performance assessment was a consistent component of my residential work, and the interaction between attic thermal conditions and roof assembly service life is one of the best documented relationships in residential building science. It is documented in Florida Solar Energy Center research published in 2009. It is documented in the Department of Energy's Building Technologies Office Guidance on Attic Ventilation. It is documented in Oak Ridge National Laboratory field performance studies on attic air sealing. It is documented in the ASHRAE standards for moisture and thermal control in building assemblies. It is also documented, and this is the part that should interest every homeowner who has received a premature shingle replacement quote, in the warranty language of every major shingle manufacturer in the country. Your shingle warranty has a ventilation requirement clause. It specifies that the warranty is contingent on the attic ventilation meeting minimum performance standards. If your attic ventilation is inadequate and your shingles fail prematurely, your warranty claim will be denied. The roofing contractor who installed your shingles and the roofing contractor who is quoting your replacement are both aware that the ventilation requirement exists. Neither of them has mentioned it to you in the context of your premature shingle failure because the warranty denial and the replacement it necessitates are the same event, and one of them is going to profit from it. The physics of how attic heat destroys shingles requires understanding what asphalt shingles actually are at the material level. An asphalt shingle is a fiberglass mat, the structural substrate, saturated with asphalt, which is a complex mixture of heavy petroleum hydrocarbons. The asphalt serves as the waterproofing and adhesive matrix that holds the mineral granules to the surface and gives the shingle its flexibility and water resistance. Asphalt is a thermoplastic material. Its physical properties change with temperature. At moderate temperatures, it is flexible, adhesive, and dimensionally stable. As temperature increases, it becomes progressively softer, less viscous, and more prone to flow. At the sustained elevated temperatures present in poorly ventilated attics, 150 to 170 degrees Fahrenheit at the shingle underside on summer afternoons, the asphalt binder undergoes accelerated oxidative degradation. Oxygen dissolved in the heated asphalt reacts with the hydrocarbon molecules, progressively converting the flexible, high molecular weight asphalt components into brittle, low molecular weight oxidation products. The shingle becomes increasingly rigid and increasingly prone to cracking. The granule adhesion degrades as the asphalt matrix beneath the granules loses its viscosity and cohesive strength. The Journal of Building Physics published thermal degradation data on asphalt shingle binder in 2008 showing that shingles subjected to repeated elevated temperature cycling equivalent to poor attic ventilation conditions showed oxidative degradation equivalent to 15 additional years of ambient weathering, meaning a shingle installed in a poorly ventilated attic ages at approximately twice the rate of an identical shingle installed in a properly ventilated attic under identical exterior climate conditions. The shingle manufacturer warranted a 20-year product. The attic condition you were not told to correct converted it into a 10-year product. The warranty was voided by the ventilation clause. The replacement quote is $12,000. The Florida Solar Energy Center published research in 2009 that measured the actual impact of attic ventilation on shingle temperatures in residential buildings under Florida summer conditions. The study instrumented identical homes with different attic ventilation configurations and measured both attic air temperature and shingle underside temperature throughout the summer. Homes with properly functioning passive ventilation, clear soffit intake vents, and functional ridge vent exhaust showed attic air temperatures averaging 20 to 30 degrees Fahrenheit lower than homes with inadequate ventilation under identical exterior conditions. Shingle underside temperatures in the adequately ventilated homes were 15 to 25 degrees lower than in the inadequately ventilated homes. The FSEC researchers correlated those temperature differences with accelerated shingle aging rates and found that the temperature reduction achievable through proper passive ventilation extended projected shingle service life by 25 to 40%. On a 20-year shingle, that is 5 to 8 additional years of service life from a ventilation correction that costs $5. The roofing contractor who inspected your attic and proposed a $12,000 replacement did not cite the FSEC research. He cited the appearance of the shingles. The appearance of the shingles is accurate. The cause of their appearance is the attic temperature. The attic temperature is the thing he did not mention. Passive attic ventilation works through a principle called the stack effect. Hot air is less dense than cool air. Hot air in a sealed or restricted space rises. If there is a pathway for cool air to enter at the low point of the attic, the soffit, at the eave, and a pathway for hot air to exit at the high point, the ridge, at the peak, a continuous airflow is established that carries heat out of the attic without any mechanical assistance. The soffit to ridge temperature differential and the attic volume determine the volume of air exchange per unit time, and building codes specify minimum ventilation ratios, typically 1 square foot of net free ventilation area per 150 square feet of attic floor area, that produce adequate thermal performance under design conditions. This system is elegant, free to operate, mechanically simple, and entirely dependent on both the intake and the exhaust pathways being unobstructed. In the majority of residential attics I have assessed, one or both of those pathways is obstructed, and the obstruction was present from the day of construction or installation. The soffit intake obstruction is the more common failure mode and the easier one to correct. When attic insulation is installed, blown cellulose, blown fiberglass, or bats placed between rafters, it must be kept clear of the soffit vent opening to allow air to enter from the eave. The mechanism that ensures this clearance is a rafter baffle, a rigid channel, typically made from cardboard, foam board, or formed plastic, installed between each pair of rafters at the eave, running from the soffit vent to a point above the insulation depth. The baffle creates a dedicated air channel that insulation cannot collapse into. In homes where baffles were not installed during original insulation, or where insulation was added at a later date without baffle installation, the insulation settles and migrates toward the eave over time, eventually blocking the soffit vent opening partially or completely. Oak Ridge National Laboratory field measurements documented that more than 60% of residential attics in their study sample showed some degree of soffit vent blockage from insulation encroachment, and approximately 30% showed blockage severe enough to substantially reduce passive ventilation function. You can verify this in your own attic in 10 minutes. Enter the attic during daylight hours and look toward the eaves. If the passive ventilation system is functional, you will see light daylight coming through the soffit vent openings at each rafter bay. If you see insulation against the eave with no visible daylight, the soffit vent is blocked. The baffle that restores it is available at every hardware store for 50 cents to $1 per piece. A standard residential attic requires 40 to 60 baffles. Total material cost, $20 to $60. Installation time per baffle, 3 to 5 minutes from the attic floor. The ridge vent obstruction is less common but more consequential when it occurs. Ridge vents are installed along the full length of the roof peak, providing the exhaust pathway for the passive ventilation system. The ridge vent functions as designed when it is open along its full length and when the air pathway between the attic space and the ridge vent opening is unobstructed. 2 failure modes occur in practice. The first is a ridge vent that was installed as a decorative cap rather than as a functional ventilation component, a shingle over ridge vent that was nailed down without the required slot being cut in the roof sheathing beneath it. I have inspected ridge vents of this type that provided zero ventilation because the slot was never cut. From the exterior, the ridge vent is indistinguishable from a functional installation. From the attic, you will see uninterrupted sheathing at the ridge. No slot, no light. The correction requires cutting the required slot from inside the attic using a reciprocating saw, which is a 1-hour job. The second failure mode is a ridge vent that was functional at installation but has been partially blocked by debris, insulation displacement, or pest nesting material. This is visible from inside the attic as partial obstruction of the ridge slot. Clearing the obstruction restores function. The combination of baffle installation to clear soffit vents and ridge vent verification and clearing represents the complete passive ventilation restoration that the building science literature documents as producing the 20 to 30 degree attic temperature reduction. The material cost for the baffles is $20 to $60. The ridge vent inspection and clearing requires no materials. The powered attic fan, the $400 mechanical ventilation product that the attic ventilation industry promotes as the solution to high attic temperatures, is not only unnecessary when passive ventilation is correctly configured, it is counterproductive. Building Science Corporation's technical report on attic ventilation published in 2009 documented that powered attic fans, when operated in homes with inadequate attic air sealing between the conditioned living space and the attic, depressurize the attic space and draw conditioned air from the living space into the attic through ceiling penetrations, light fixtures, plumbing penetrations, electrical boxes, replacing the air they exhaust from the attic with air-conditioned air from below. The net effect is increased cooling load on the HVAC system, higher energy bills, and minimal actual reduction in peak attic temperatures because the fan runs only when the thermostat triggers it, which is after the attic has already reached peak temperature. The passive system, when correctly configured, runs continuously whenever there is any temperature differential between the attic and the exterior, which during summer means continuous operation from early morning through late evening. The passive system costs $5 in baffle material and $0 in operating cost. The powered fan costs $400 installed and increases your electricity bill. The roofer who recommends the powered fan and quotes you the replacement simultaneously is not offering you the building science literature's preferred solution. He is offering you 2 revenue events instead of 1. The Asphalt Roofing Manufacturers Association Residential Roofing Manual specifies minimum ventilation requirements and explicitly states that inadequate ventilation voids shingle warranties. CertainTeed's current shingle warranty documentation states that the warranty does not apply to shingles installed on roofs with inadequate ventilation, with inadequate ventilation defined by reference to building code minimum requirements. JF's warranty documentation contains identical language. These are the 2 largest shingle manufacturers in North America. Their warranty language is not obscure fine print. It is a central condition of the coverage you purchased. The roofer who installed your shingles was aware of this condition. He was aware of whether your attic ventilation met the specification at time of installation. If it did not, he was aware that the shingles he was installing were not covered by the warranty he was selling you. He did not mention it. The roofer now quoting your replacement is aware that your attic ventilation is inadequate. He inspected the attic. He is also aware that correcting it before replacement would extend the life of the new shingles substantially and reduce the likelihood of a repeat replacement call on a compressed timeline. He has not mentioned the ventilation correction. He has mentioned the replacement. I spent 38 years in a profession that required understanding the difference between what a building needed and what a contractor proposed to do to it. The attic temperature behind premature shingle failure is one of the clearest examples of that gap in all of residential construction. The building science is unambiguous. The FSEEC data is published. The DOE guidance is available. The warranty language is in the document you signed. The correction costs $5 in foam baffles and an afternoon in the attic. The failure that the uncorrected condition produces costs $12,000 and generates a replacement that will fail on the same timeline if the attic temperature is not addressed first. Check your soffit vents. Install baffles where the insulation has blocked the eave. Verify that your ridge vent slot is open and unobstructed. Measure your attic temperature on a summer afternoon before and after the correction if you want to verify the result yourself. The FSEC documented a 20 to 30 degree reduction. You will see something in that range. Your shingles will see it too, and they will last the 20 years they were warranted to last rather than the 10 they were delivering in a 165 degree attic that nobody told you to correct. Share this with someone who just got a premature roof replacement quote. Subscribe if you want to know what other thermal or moisture condition inside your house is shortening the life of an exterior component, while the industry replacing that component collects the invoice that the uncorrected condition was always going to